Hi guys, I am currently in my attic in the process of fixing my internet by wiring up my house. I'm going to be running two cables, one down the house to the hallway where I'm going to set up an access point, which should give better Wi-Fi to the rest of the house and give me Ethernet, which will be great. And then another cable down the other way into the garage because the garage firewall kind of blocks a lot of the internet signal. To be completely honest, this was never any content I thought I'd be filming, but here I am. And I thought I'd take you along with me. So, let's do it. So that right there is right above my router. And that is the new cable that I just routed into the attic. I gotta take that one down that way to the hallway where I will set up an access point. And hopefully that should fix my internet woes. A few minutes and one bonked head later, and here we are at the hole that I made and marked with the skewer for the access point. So now I just got to feed this stripped Cat 6 cable through there and terminate it. Easy peasy. One down, one to go. Here is the second cable, which I have to run to the garage to get around the firewall, and that means going down back this way, which I came in that way because, anyway, I came in through this way because that's much easier for me to fit through. But the cable has to go this way because this is the direct route and the only direction that I have enough cable for. So, gonna have to crawl through there. See you on the other side. A few minutes and exactly 2 crunchy, cracking old knees later, we are through. We're on the other side. Which means we got one more obstacle, which is that this cable has to go through that cable pass. But I don't fit through there. I gotta go this way. Well, it's not the most confidence-inspiring fit. We actually don't even have enough slack that we're laying flat on the ground. But it made it. And that's what matters. No one's gonna be coming up here and bothering it, so it should be fine, I think. Okay, hard part done. Okay, so I'm flashing forward a bit just to give a general PSA on anyone who is ever trying to do anything like what I'm doing right now. Don't buy a shielded cable. Do not buy a shielded cable. My biggest mistake of this entire experience was buying a shielded cable. If you are intending to terminate it yourself, and there is no reason that you need a shielded cable, do not buy one. The shielded cable has caused me so much grief. I figured it out, and I got to a really great point, and everything's going super well. But just to be clear, this was a huge pain in the ass because of all of the shielding that I had to deal with. This is an SFTP cable, which means that it had the cable sleeve, which is the black thing, and then it had a woven layer. So, and it's not like fabric; it's like woven metal. And then under that, each of the cables was individually sleeved with foil. And I had to peel back every single one of those and cut them off individually. So, don't do what I did. But as you can see, I'm at a very good point here. That was my first attempt a few days ago, or last week. I'm ready to terminate this and test it out. Okay, so we now have our cables not quite terminated, but ready to be terminated. To be extra, I put this snagless little sleeve on it. You do not need to do that. That is just extra. We're going to crimp the terminating piece, the keystone connector, whatever, onto the cable. So that is unnecessary, but it is just a little extra thing I could do. And just to double and triple and quadruple check our pattern, it is white, orange, orange, white, green, blue, white, blue, green, white, brown, brown. Some of them will be striped. These ones are not striped, they're just colored differently, but like it's pretty easy to follow along. And now I'm going to crimp them. I realized that I did skip the whole, you know, cutting the cable and stripping the cable, or scoring the cable and taking the sleeve off. I did, and then also the extremely tedious process of taking off the woven fiber and the foil wrap. I did skip like all of the hardest parts, but I didn't think to stop and record it because I was really busy focusing. But as you can see, our golden connectors are still popped up. They have not yet been pushed in. So we're going to go ahead and crimp this, and we should be done. And we are done! I have crimped the cable. As you can see, I have all of the old conductors that I cut off, the excess, in my hands. And my golden conductors are flush. And if you can see in there, I'm not sure you really can, but they are each contacting a cable. And we can see that the cables are all in the correct order. So, yeah, that's it. I sadly do not have a color-matched sleeve for my cable. The ones that came with my crimper are blue, and I wasn't going to spend more money buying black ones. But that's it. We have successfully terminated a Cat 6 Ethernet cable. And now I get to test it. So before I went ahead and set up the access point, I decided to just plug it into my computer and give it a test run. And that is a 1000% yes. Look at that. Went from, what, 6 download to 943. And from, I think we had 10 to 30 upload, 913. Let's freaking go. This is insane. I'm so happy right now. Oh my god. Let's freaking go, dude. I'm so excited. For context, in case none of you looked at the post that showed my internet speeds the day that I stopped streaming, here's a comparison. Ethernet, Wi-Fi. So yeah. We are in business. Oh my god. To set up the access point, I'm going to be using this ASUS router. This one is actually a node that was part of a mesh network that we previously tried to get better internet across the house, but it did not work out. So this guy was technically free because we already had him. Obviously he wasn't really free because we bought it a while ago. But I currently have it just hooked up into my computer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my computer to go into the settings and change it from router to access point. And then I'm going to plug the Ethernet that I ran through the attic into this guy, and he will be the new access point for this side of the house. Also, don't judge my desk, okay? I know it's a humongous mess. I've got a bunch of film cameras over here that I need to deal with. Oh, and we're going to be mounting the router to the wall there to be used as an access point using this super awesome mount that my really good friend and coworker, who also 3D printed this guy, 3D printed for me in about an hour and 10 minutes, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to mount that to the wall with this, and we'll be good to go. And just like that, we are all set up and ready to go. I kind of over-torqued the screw on the 3D printed mount, so it's not perfectly straight, but that is entirely my fault, and that's okay. But oh my god, is it beautiful! Oh boy, we are back. We're finally back in business, babies. We are back. Let's go. This is one of the coolest, most nerdiest things I've ever done, and I had a ton of fun, and I'm very excited to get back to streaming. Have a good day. I certainly am.